Very good morning, students. For this lecture and video session, I am going to solve a problem from the kinetic of rigid body by using D'Alembert's principle. Okay. So let me just read out the question first. Two weights, each of 100 Newton, are suspended from a compound pulley as shown in figure. Find angular acceleration of the pulley. Second one is the linear acceleration of the block A and B. Third one is tension in the string. Take weight of the pulley as 300 Newton and its radius of gyration as 0.25. So given data, weight of the pulley WA equal to 100 Newton, WB equal to 100 Newton, right? And the weight of the pulley equal to 300 Newton, and its radius of gyration, that is K, equal to 0.25 meter. To find first the angular acceleration, that is acceleration which is alpha equal to what? Then the linear acceleration, which is A, equal to what? That is AA and AB. The third one is tension in the string, that is TA and TB equal to what? Solution. So to start with, one must know where the motion takes place, whether it is towards the B is going down, or the A is going down, or A is moving up, or B is moving up. We need to know it. So for which I need to consider the moment about the two blocks. So it would be the moment of block A. So first consider moment of block A, which is nothing but force into its distance, right? The force here, it is 100. So which rotates in the anti-clockwise direction, right? So force is 100 Newton into this distance is nothing but the radius of the pulley, the bigger pulley, that is 0.8, which is equal to 80 Newton meter. In which direction? It is in anti-clockwise direction, right? Next, moment of block B, that is force into its distance. Force is 100 into its distance is perpendicular distance is 0.4, which is 40 Newton meter, which rotates in the, it is in, if you just pull it here, it rotates in clockwise direction. So it is in clockwise direction. So the block A moves downwards because the moment A is greater than moment B, isn't it? So therefore the block A moves downwards and the block B moves upward. Block A moves downwards. So block B moves upwards. And when it happens, the pulley rotates in anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. To start with, I need to draw the free body diagram. From the free body diagram only I need to proceed. Okay. So free body diagram. First, let me just start with the pulley, then other two blocks. Okay. Free body diagram for pulley. So this is a smaller pulley because it's a compound pulley, so it's a combination of smaller and bigger pulley, right? So the tension acts always away from the object. So this is tension B, and this is tension that is away, that is T A. So since the rotation is anti-clockwise direction, this is the rotation of the pulley. When it happens, the inertia, that is a torque, inertia torque, which will be opposite of the rotation, which is nothing but the Ig alpha, inertia torque. Okay. Let me just draw the FBD for block A. Look at the block A, it moves downwards, so it tends to move downwards, right? When it connected to the cable, so the tension will be act upwards. Since it moves downwards, its inertia force will be opposite of the motion, right? So this is the block A. It weight acts downwards and its tension goes upwards away from the object. When it moves downwards, its inertia force will be opposite to it. So MA, acceleration upward A. Okay. So the free body diagram of block B look at here. Here the weight always acts vertically downwards, and it is connected with a string or cable, so the tension will act upwards. And the block B moves upwards, therefore its inertia force will be opposite to it, right? So block B, its weight acts vertically downwards and its tension acts vertically upwards. Since the block is moving vertically upwards, its resistance, that is inertia force, would be opposite to it, which is MAB. Okay. Fine. Let me just consider first the block A. Let me just consider block A. Considering free body diagram of block A first. Here we'll have to use the condition, right? Sum of vertical forces equal to 0, and summation H is equal. Here it is only vertical force, therefore sum of vertical force is equal to 0, right? 0 equal to vertical force which acts downwards, which is positive, right? So weight acts vertically downwards, and here look at here, this tension which is acting upwards, right? Usually we take vertically upwards as positive, this is y direction, this is minus y, and vertically downwards as negative. Remember this, right? So vertically upwards, let me just take TA plus MAA minus 100, right? So 0 equal to TA plus mass of A. Mass of A, let me just take, this is mass of A. Mass of A is, so weight is given 100, so W is equal to mg, we know, right? So M is equal to W by G. So W is 100, isn't it? So 100 divided by 9.81 into AA minus 100. Right? So this can be rewritten as TA equal to 100 divided by 9.81, which is 10.19, isn't it? 10.19 AA minus 100. So the minus become plus. So when you take this TA in this side, it would be minus, isn't it? Minus. So multiply with both the sides, multiply with minus, then it would be TA equal to 100 minus 10 minus 19 AA. So as you know the relation between the linear and the angular motion, A equal to RA into alpha, isn't it? So RA is the radius of the pulley A, so which is 0.8 meters, which is 0.8 meters, right? So A equal to 0.8 into alpha. So let me just substitute this here. So TA equal to 100 minus 10.19 into 0.8 alpha. Right? So TA equal to 100 minus 10.19 into 0.8, which is 8.152 alpha, equation number 1, right? So next we'll have to apply the FBD for the this equation 1. So just cross check whether if you gone anything wrong, right? So TA, when you just take it here, get the minus, then 10 point is A, right? So this becomes when you just multiply with the minus in the both side, this becomes TA, then plus minus A, right? Fine. Then considering the block B, considering FBD of block B, so again summation B equal to 0, right? So let me just consider this one, and this is the positive thing. Vertically upwards as consider positive, vertically downwards as negative, right? So here TB minus 100 minus M, this is MB, MB AB, right? So 0 equal to TB minus 100, MB is nothing but 100 divided by 9.81 AB, and AB equal to RB into alpha, isn't it? So AB can be written as RB is 0.4 into alpha. So substitute that value in here. So TB minus 100 minus 100 divided by 9.81, which is 10.19 into AB is 0.4 alpha. So which is nothing but, let me just take TB in the other side. So TB equal to 100 plus 10.19 into 0.4, which is 4.08 alpha. So equation number So let me just consider the next one, which is the free body diagram of the pulley. Free body diagram of the pulley. So here I am going to apply the s is equal to 0. Moment is sum of moment equal to 0. So let me just consider this one first. TA into its distance, that is 0.8. So which rotates in the anti-clockwise direction. So here the where the rotation takes place, that will have to take as positive. So 0 equal to TA into 0.8, right? And what about this one, block B? Block B rotates in the clockwise direction. Consider minus TB into 0.4. Got it? And look at here, this inertia force which is which rotates in the which act opposite to the rotation. Therefore, clockwise minus. So IG alpha, right? So IG is nothing but mk square. So m is nothing but mass and k is gyration. So mass of this pulley was 300 Newton, isn't it? Which was 300 Newton. Yes, 300 Newton. So which can be written as 300 divided by 9.81, and radius of gyration was 0.25, isn't it? Right. Which should be 300 divided by 9.81 into 0.25 square, 1.91. Okay. So 0 equal to, so now equation TA equal to what? TA, just substitute this value here. Okay, substitute this value here. Which is equation TA into 0.8, that is 100 minus 8.152 alpha into 0.8. Minus TB is here, 100 plus 4.08 alpha into 0.4 minus 1.91 into alpha. Okay. So now we'll have to just even use everything here in terms of alpha. We'll have to just convert that. 0 equal to so T into 0.8, T into 0.8. T into 0.8. So you'll have to multiply with this 0.8 in here. So it should be 100 into 0.8, 80 minus 8.152 into 0.8, which is 6.52 alpha, minus 0.4 into 100, that is 40, plus 4.08 into 0.4 1.632 alpha minus 1.91 alpha. Take this out here, which would be 80 minus 40, then minus 6.52, 1.632, 4.88. Minus 1 point alpha. 0 is equal to 40 minus 4.11 plus 1.91, 6.798 alpha. So this 40 comes here, so minus become plus, right? So 40 equal to 6.798 alpha. Therefore alpha is equal to 40 divided by 6.3. 40 divided by 6.798, which would be 5.88. 5.88 per second square. Okay, so as you know the relation between the linear acceleration, right? So now the linear acceleration of block A, that is AA equal to RA into alpha. So RA is which is 0.8, alpha is 5.88, isn't it? So 0.8 into 5.88, which works out 4.7 meter per second. And similarly the linear acceleration of block B, so AB equal to RB into alpha, which can be written as 0.4, that is the radius of the pulley B, that is a block B, is 0.4 into alpha, which is 5.88. The 0.4 into 5.88, 2.35. Okay, right. So the unit is meter per this acceleration, therefore meter per second square. Okay, meter per second square. Now substitute to find the TA and TB, substitute these values. So TA equal to this one, right? So TA equal to 100 minus 8.152, substitute this value, substitute alpha value in equation 1 into 5.88, which is equal to 100 minus 8.152 into 5.88, which is 52.06, 52.06 Newton. Then substitute the alpha value in equation 2. Substitute alpha value in equation 2. TB equal to 100 plus 4.08 into alpha, which is 5.88. 100 plus 4.08 into 5.88, which is 123.9. 123.9 Newton. Hope you have all understood how to solve a problem from the kinetics of rigid body by using D'Alembert's principle. Thank you.